Avast mateys, and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia, where we've saved everyone's lives and returned to Pirate Isle. Vi, Zyka, Captain Drachma. I just wanted to tell you how much Hey, don't worry about it. The Virians went through a lot of trouble to capture you. We just like making them mad. Vi's just kidding, Fina. You're our friend now. But while we were there, I did want to grab some more loot. What? Ica, you wanted to stay in Valua? We barely made it out of there. Hey, it's an air pirate's duty to liberate any treasure that can help the needy. So, we proved the impossible possible last time by escaping from Valua, which no one has ever done. Fina, there's something I want to ask you. What is this mission that you're on? What are you looking for, and why is it that the Valuan Empire is after you? We might be able to help. Alright, I'll tell you. So now we learn the actual story to the game. I am a Sylvite, a descendant of the Silver Civilization. The Silver Civilization? Hundreds of generations ago, the world's population was divided into 6 civilizations. One existed under each of the moons, in the sky. Green, red, blue, purple, yellow and silver. Each civilization harnessed the power of its moon and learned how to use the moonstones as a source of energy. The entire world went through a technological revolution, but technology advanced faster than the people wielding it. The leaders of each of the civilizations became corrupt, and their ambitions led to war. They used their technology to create weapons. These weapons were called the Gygus. They were gigantic, living weapons that were capable of destroying whole islands. I've heard about these Gygus before. There's a giant and a dragon. But I thought that they were all just tales parents told their children. I never thought they were real. Oh, Ica, they are very real. When the ancient civilizations went to war, they unleashed the Gygus on each other. So many people died. But then something happened. The rains of destruction fell. No one knows exactly what caused it. Moonstones fell from each of the moons. They fell for what seemed like an eternity. Thousands of stones fell at a time, like a rainstorm. It was almost as if the moons wanted to make sure that their powers would never again be misused. Millions died in the rains. The stones battered the lands and leveled the cities. All of the ancient civilizations were destroyed. Only a few survivors remained. But even if the rains of destruction never happened, the Gygus would have destroyed the world anyway. Now there are people who are trying to reawaken the Gygus. You mean the Valuan Empire? Yes, but to command the Gygus it's necessary to find the moon crystals. A moon crystal is a highly concentrated form of a moonstone. The original moon crystals used to control the Gygus are scattered throughout the world. Valua is searching for those crystals so they can reawaken the Gygus. And that's why the Valuan Empire kidnapped you, to find out where they were hidden. Yes, I was sent here to gather the crystals before the Valuans could find them and put them somewhere where they can never again be misused. Vi, Zyka, I know I've caused you enough trouble, but I have another favour to ask of you. I would like you to go with me, help me travel the world in search of the crystals. Please, without my ship I can't do it, and if the Valuans get the crystals, I don't even want to think about what would happen. Well, you know, we've had a rough day. I think we're just going to take time to think of course we're going to do it. We're the protagonist after all. Hey, leave everything to us. We'll go with you and find those crystals. Yeah, Vise, I guess this is your chance to see what lies beyond the sunset. You're right, Ica. Thank you so much. If you two were to come with me, I would be so honoured. Huh? Vise, what was that noise? Was that your stomach? Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay, you can come out now. Huh? Well, what is that thing? Where did that come from? It's been with me ever since I was a baby. It's from my homeland. It can change its shape and it's usually shaped like a bracelet around my arm. Actually, that thing is kinda cute. What's its name? Its name's Cupil. Come, Cupil, say hello to everyone. It's so cute. I'm very pleased to meet you, Cupil. Well, Fina, we've got a long journey ahead of us. We'll do our best to help you get the crystals. Thank you, I'm so glad that you're helping me. Now the only problem left is Captain Drying. Who'll if you'll let us go. What are you worried about? Even if he does say no, we'll just go anyway. Yeah. Alright, once we're finished getting everything ready, we'll leave for the underground port. I love how Drachma didn't have a single word in that at all. Fina's joined the party. And we get a silver moonstone from Fina. So now we have every single magic school. And before we do anything, let's capture this annoying fish. So we could have got that chest here now, that we went up here for earlier in the game. But since there were healing crystals in there, it was better to be safe than sorry and get them straight away. So now we get to enjoy the second longest ladder in the game another time. This is sadly the final time we're ever going to do this. Unless we decide to come back, of course, to enjoy it again. It is a wonderful ladder. I think of myself as sort of a ladder connoisseur. We've seen a few ladders so far that, you know, they were just kind of lame. They didn't go very long, but this one, this is a good ladder. Sadly it's over. So let's chat to everyone on the island. We just brought everyone back home, so let's get some praise for it. Fires, I just wanted to thank you for bringing my husband back home. I know that lazy bum couldn't have saved himself even if he tried. He may be a lazy bum, but I still love him. I realised that when he was gone. I missed him so much. You better not tell him that. Welcome home, Vise. I heard that you caused quite the commotion over in Valuer. Your father must be quite proud of you. Don't tell her that I told you this, but your mother was worried sick about you while you were gone. She was so happy that you came home safely. Yeah, we're just going to chat to everyone while we're here. We're not likely to come back to to Pirate's Island for a very long time. Since now we have an actual adventure ahead of us. I owe everything to you guys. If it wasn't for your bravery, none of us would have made it back to Pirate Isle. I just wanted to let you know that I'm grateful. Your father raised you well, Vise. Yeah, thanks, Patch. I owe you so much, Vise. You actually brought my husband home safely. I can't believe it. But just between you and me, I still haven't finished that scarf that I was knitting. I have to hurry up and finish it up. We didn't speak to her before we left, but she was probably going to tell us she was making a scarf for her husband or something. Let's go talk to Granny. Hey, Granny. They say there are 6 moons in the world: red, yellow, green, blue, purple and silver. Remember to pray to each of them before you start on your next journey. It's always best to be in favour of all the moons. Well, we do have all the moons now. And speaking about that, let's check out Fina. So now we have a full party of 4 members, which is the highest in this game. And Fina is going to be a mainstay. She's going to be with us for the rest of the game now. So first off, let's check out her super move. You may notice I have 3 moonberries. While I was returning to this point in the game, I just so happened to get one of the battles on the train that gave me 2 moonberries, which is probably like a less than 1% chance of that happening, so that was very good. Fina calls upon the silver moon and blesses each party member with regeneration. Lunar Blessing. Right, and we can get a damaging move for Fina, but we won't do that yet. What we will get is a move with Ica. Ica causes the very ground around her to explode, damaging all enemies on screen. Lambda Burst. So that's going to be an AoE attack that won't cost any mana. It does cost 8 spirit points, but we should get that within 2 turns. So we can quickly end a lot of random battles using that move. Hi kids. Guys, we took care of the island really good while you were gone. Aren't you proud of us? We did almost all of this by ourselves. Sure you did. Anyway, I promised you I'd return home. Right, you're home, you made it back. Yeah, I promised I would. I missed you so much. I was so worried that you wouldn't make it back. Did I ever break a promise to you? While you were gone, I fixed a bunch of stuff here on the island. Now I feel like I can do anything. Well, almost anything. Your mum helped us move the boxes and stuff. Our mum's quite the woman. Let's see if our mum's home. No, sadly they're not here. They're probably waiting in the port to give us a send-off. So let's go down and meet them. What's wrong, Cupil? Squeak, squeak. Really? Here? I see. Advise, Cupil tells me there's a cham around here somewhere. What's a cham? Chams are little shards from moonstones that fell and shattered when they hit the ground. Cupil eats them as food. Really? Wow, I didn't know anything could eat moonstones. Where do we find them? What do they look like? You can find them all over the place, but they're very small, so they're hard to see. But I'm sure Cupil will let you know whenever we get close to a cham. He can't seem to sit still or be quiet whenever there's food nearby. I see, so all you have to do is search the ground whenever Cupil starts to go a little crazy, right? Let's see if we can find anything. The more you feed Cupil, the stronger he'll become. He'll be able to change into different shapes and inflict more damage on enemies in battle as he grows. Nope, no, I don't want to know about the cranes. I want to... No, Vise, I'm trying to get food. There it is. Now then, tell us about the crane, Vise, if you wanted to so badly. We use these cranes when we're loading the ship with supplies for long voyages. Food containers, moonstone barrels, they can get pretty heavy. Vise, what you did back in Value was amazing. I've never seen you fight so hard before. You've become quite the air pirate. Captain Dine has trained you so well. I'm sure you'll make a fine captain someday, just like your father. Thanks, mate. Whenever we go down a pole, I like to spin around because, you know, it's the simple things of life. Sad is the fate of a captured air pirate. They make his heart go part from his shoulders in a yo-ho-ho and a yo-ho-ho. Man, that famous song almost came true for us. We were so close to actually kissing the executioner's block. Hi, Dad. What's wrong, Vise? You're looking uncharacteristically grim. Dad, actually, there's something that I have to tell you. Don't worry, I have a feeling that I already know what you're gonna say. I remember when I was your age, the feeling that I had to go on my own, so I had to get away from my own little island and see the rest of the world. But when a man decides to step on his own path, he doesn't need to ask for his parents' permission. From now on, you're my equal, son. A man who lives by the skies. There's nothing more honourable than that. You're late on almost every other occasion, but you sure aren't wasting any time to get out on your own. Dad. Go on, get out of here, Vise. Go make your mark on the world. Thanks, Dad. I hear that you've decided to leave. Your father's told me all about it already. But I know you well enough to figure that it wouldn't be long before you'd yearn to travel the skies by yourself. Mom. It's okay, dear. Everyone ultimately has to fly away from their parents' nest. I knew it was just a matter of when. I knew this day would be coming sometime, it's just it came a lot sooner than I expected, or hoped. So stand tall, son. Go chase those dreams that you've always talked about, and make sure you take care of Ica too, okay? Yeah, don't worry, we will. But before we go anywhere... Another one of these annoying moonfish. There we go. And now let's get out of here. Thank you all so much for rescuing me from the Valuans. I hope that I'll be able to repay you all someday. Just worry about keeping those moon crystals out of the hand of the Valuans. And Vise, we're all counting on you too. Don't worry, Dad, I won't let you down. Well, I guess we should get going. We'll be back soon. Bye, Captain. Bye, everyone. Vise, Ica, are you sure you want to do this? Fina, there's no way we can turn this down. After what you told us about the Gygus, I don't even want to think about what the Valuan Empire would do if they got their hands on them. We're the only ones that can stop them. And, well, to be completely honest, I've always wanted to sail the world, and this is my chance. Moon crystals, lost cities, strange lands, I want to see them all with my own eyes. This is my chance to find what's really out there. Fina, you couldn't stop us from going, even if you tried. This is the kind of adventure that air pirates dream of. If we passed this up, we'd regret it for the rest of our lives. I understand. Thank you. Thank you all. Fina, do you have any idea where the crystals might be? Well, according to the ancient legends, the moon crystals should be hidden in the lands under each of the moons. The closest ones from here are the yellow moon of Valuer and the red moon of Nazir. Well, there's no chance of getting back into Valuer right now. You should probably wait a while before going back there. If you go east from here, you'll reach Nazir. With a normal ship, you'd probably never make it through the stone reefs on the way. But now that the Little Jack is equipped with a harpoon cannon, you've got a pretty good chance of making it through.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan. We're heading east to Nazir, and we're going to get that red moon crystal.
Hey.
We've been standing around here long enough. Let's get going. Well, Dad, I guess it's time to say goodbye. Remember everything I've taught you. Make us proud, son. I do love how Drachma has literally not had a single word in whether he wants to do this or not. We're just taking his ship and doing it anyway. And now the music's updated. Excellent. So at certain points in the game, the overworld theme will change, and I think this is an updated version for the Little Jack now. So it's worth mentioning that there is a cham hidden in Shrine Island. I thought it was near the entrance, but it's actually in the boss room. So that will take about 10 minutes to get to, so we'll do that off screen. For now, we get our first battle with Fina. So Fina comes ready with her silver weapon, which is actually Cupil. But we're going to make Vise have silver instead, since we need to get a certain spell with him later in the game, so we may as well start working on it now. Let's do an Alpha Storm over here. So here's Fina with Cupil. So Cupil is going to be her weapon. And we're going to give her green, because we want her to be healing us. Actually, I think we'll give Fina purple instead. Because we are approaching the land of the red sun now, which means all the enemies are pretty much going to be fire elemental. Which means getting some purple magic will be very effective. It's a good thing you didn't run away, because I was wanting to change Fina's weapon. Oh, he's dead anyway. So Fina starts the game as level 1, but she still starts off pretty powerful for a level 1 character.
We did it!
And of course, since she is level 1, she's going to level up very quickly. Oh, we got Sakru with Drachma. That's useful. So before we go anywhere, we're actually going to duck into here. This is an optional area, and the only thing that's in here are 2 discoveries. We just have to find where they are. So now that we have the harpoon cannon, we can go through those reefs, so they're no longer going to be a problem for us. So as we go through the game, our ship will gain extra abilities, and it will open up more of the world map as a result. Oh, may as well do another Alpha Storm. Right, so you get a purple weapon. So we have quite a bit we want to do in this part, since there are quite a lot of discoveries to make around the Nazir area, and we want to get all of those before we go there, since then we can sell them all to the Sailors Guild and get a big chunk of money.
Serves them right.
Now ideally we don't want to level Fina up too much at the moment, because the higher the level Fina gets, the more health an optional boss is going to get soon. And here we have found the sky coal. Microorganisms called sky coal attach themselves to moonstone boulders and grow to form these reefs. They flourish only in very specific conditions and can take 200 years to grow. Their various colours and shapes have long been valued for their beauty. Okay, and now there's one more discovery around here, and it should be on this island. We're just going to spam the A button. We have found the Silver Moon Pit. Only small islands such as Pirate Isle and Temple Isle lie in the area where silver moonstones fall, so deposits this large are very hard to come across. Legends say that the silver moonstones hold the powers of life, but the truth remains unknown. That's true, because the Wislam spell that will bring us back to life is actually a silver magic spell. And Fina starts off with some silver magic. Oh, she's already learnt Sakri, that's good. So we start off with Curia, which will solve any negative effect other than being unconscious, and Ryzen, which will solve unconscious, but that's only got a 50% success chance. So we want to get Rizlam, which is a 100% success chance. We're actually looking to get it on Vise, because there is one thing in the game that Vise needs to have Rizlam for to be able to get an optional character. And that's a lot later in the game, but you need a lot of experience to get it, so we're starting now. Alright, let's try and kill that Looper before it gets away. Everyone just dunk on the Looper. Nice one.
Take this.
So I would like to start using Lambda Burst to clear out packs of enemies, but at the moment we haven't really had the opportunity to. At the point where we start the battle with 8 spirit points, we're basically just going to start spamming Lambda Burst. Alright, let's just throw a Cutlass Fury on this guy, he's the only one left. Indeed, we did, Fina. Man, I really wish Fina wasn't leveling this fast. Alright, can we get through here? Come on, you can make it. Did we make it? We made it, excellent. Alright, where's the dock ship? It's up here. May as well get some extra items from Doc.
Hi.
I see you caught some more moonfish. Yeah, sure, let's feed it to the critter. See, what do we get this time? We get a flame mantle. That sounds good. That sounds like it's a fire elemental armor. And if it is, then that'll be really useful for this next area. Right, now what do we get? Gem of Fluidity. Ah, that's an accessory. Yeah, see you later, Doc. Alright, let's check out that stuff we just got. Oh, we are now known as Vise the Determined. I guess our reputation would go up if we escaped from Barrier after all. We were told it was impossible. Flame Mantle. That is really good. A dress created from extremely lightweight fabric. Even though it's a dress, only the men can wear it, sadly. It doesn't say anything about being defensive against fire, sadly. But it's still good armor. So what's for Gem of Fluidity? Boosts defense, magic defense, and protects against stone. That's very useful. No, let's give that to Fina. Fina has a silver veil, a mystic veil that protects the head. The silver strands increase its will and magic defense. Let's see, this will put down your magic defense a bit, but it will protect you against stone, so let's do that. Okay, so now let's go to Sailor's Island. So the reason we're coming back to Sailor's Island, it isn't really to sell any of these discoveries yet. We'll do that later. Hey, you're the guy who everyone's talking about? Vice, right? Heard you broke out of a grand fortress. Good job. I'm sure you heard of me during your travels. I'm Domingo, treasure hunter extraordinaire. Huh? You never heard of me, you say? Now, you don't need to be so bashful. I know you're truly excited to meet the real Domingo. Nevertheless, I've given up on searching for lost treasures and have taken up a new quest. I now search the world for discoveries. In fact, I'm in the midst of a search for the fabled Topple Rock. Oh, see you later, Domingo. Who was that? He seemed to be more than a little bit full of himself. I don't know, but it sounds like he's looking for discoveries too. Well, we can't let him get the best of us. We'll just have to find them before he does. Oh, let's solve the ones that we have now. Welcome to the Sailors Guild. We pay very well for information on discoveries. Oh, then let's see if you want this stuff. So yeah, discoveries in this game sell for a hell of a lot of money. So your wanted list is still just Reapy of the Lasso clan. A perfect balance. So that's the one that we just heard about. We'll go find that ourselves. We're not going to pay for information. Later, mate. Oh, wait just a minute. I almost forgot. Here, this came addressed to you. You received a black spot. It's a message from the Angel of Death. Sounds like you're in trouble. Better watch your back out there. So, this is going to give us access to an optional boss in this version of the game. Let's check our health and everything before we do it. We've basically got full health already, so it's not a problem. Oh yeah, we told Polly that we would tell her about escaping from the Grand Fortress. Hey, Polly. Well, long time no see. How have you kids been? Those air pirates that everyone's been talking about, the ones that have been pushing value around, that's you kids, isn't it? Hey, don't worry, I won't turn you into the Valuans. In my tavern, whether you're a pirate or a soldier, you're a customer all the same. And before we leave Sailor's Island, we need to restock our equipment, since there are some new things we can buy. Well, if it isn't the infamous Vise the Determined, that's an interesting nickname people have given you. So once our swashbuckler ranking gets high enough, then people will start to recognise us based on our reputation. But what's important is the upgrades we can buy. A Scout Wing. A weapon carried by the crews of scouting parties. It's meant to be fast and deadly. Oh, let's give that to Ica. Beak Hand. An attachment for Drachma's arm that's shaped like a bird's beak. It can also confuse enemies. And also some armour here. So this Alastama, or Alastama I guess it's supposed to be. It's weaker, but it will make us effective against yellow magic. But we want higher defense. So let's get 2 of these. No, that's 11. I want 2 of them. Give one to Ica and Drachma. And as for the accessories, they're not really that good. So before we leave Sailor's Island, we're going to go and check out the ship merchant and see if he's got his supplies in yet. It's also worth mentioning that at the top of the lighthouse there, there's another cham for Cupil. I went to get it off screen since we've already been up there. It will take us about a minute to get there due to the ladder. Oh, hey there, how you doing? I finally got in my new shipment of parts, so I'm back in business. And to celebrate, I have plenty of secondary cannons on sale. Make sure to purchase at least one before you go. Tell us about secondary cannons. So what's this secondary cannon that you were talking about? Secondary cannons are cannons that you can fire for more than a single round. They are extremely useful. You can fire them well into the following round, allowing you to concentrate more firepower into specific rounds. Each individual shot may not be as strong as the main cannon, but it's always best to have a balance of everything, right? Well, we're going to check that out. So the 3-inch cannon here. It says on the right side that it has +1 limit. That means that we can fire it for 2 turns in a row. And it's also a lot cheaper. So we're going to go and get one of them. There's also another type of weapon in this game, but we haven't unlocked that yet, so we'll talk about it when we get them. For now, let's also buy ourselves an engine cover. Protects the ship's engine from getting dirty and increases the ship's quick. And let's buy ourselves an armoured deck. A standard armoured deck commonly available. We still have a spot left, but we'll save it until we get the next upgrade. We can also buy some bombs, so that will allow us to damage enemies without having to spend any spirit, but they're a little bit cheap, so we're not going to use them. And repair kits to repair ourselves if we don't want to spend mana. So that's everything we want to do in Sailor's Island at the moment, so let's head out and find the person who sent the black spot for us. Also, before we go anywhere, now that we have a couple of chams, let's give them to Cupil. And now Cupil will morph into a blade. We're also going to use this Vital Seed. We got this from the boss fight before the Colosseum. It increases our HP by 30. We saved that for Fina because she starts off with less health than everyone else. So we're going to head off and do this optional boss. This is only here as a part of the Director's Cut Legends version of the game. Also, it's worth mentioning we're really not supposed to be fighting this boss at the moment. We're supposed to level up first. As a result, this is going to be very difficult. Ooh, fishies. Right, here she is. Nope, that's the wrong button. I was wanting to save the game. Since we will get quite a lot of game overs here. I say that because I know, because I've already gotten about 5 or 6 from trying this. So let's just save it right next to her. And let's recover our HP a little bit. We want to be maxed up before we start the fight. There we go. This is as good as we're going to get. So, let's do this. So let's read the black spot that we were given. A note written in red ink on jet black paper. I await you, west of Sailor's Island, Piastol. Well, let's confront the person who wants to kill us. So you're the one that put out the black spot and called me out here. Yes, you're correct. You've been quite the popular air pirate around these parts lately, you know. However, I cannot sit idly while air pirates fly the sky freely and do as they please. My name is Piastol. I am a bounty hunter, and I specialize in finishing off air pirates. I am feared amongst even the most hardened air pirates. They have dubbed me the Angel of Death. And the angel has come for you, Thighs. Wow, imagine that. We've actually become famous enough to have real bounty hunters come after us. Oh, grow up, Vise. It's not a good thing when bounty hunters start coming after you, especially ones called the Angel of Death. You seem confident. Perhaps you truly are as strong as they say. I suppose this is why you've been able to stand toe-to-toe with Valuer. However, you are still just an air pirate. I'll send you and your mangy crew to the bottom of the skies.
On guard!
So it's worth mentioning we are massively underleveled for this fight. We really should not be doing it yet. This is a really stupid idea.
Let us begin.
But we're going to beat her anyway. So to start off with, we absolutely need to kill this dog before it can buff the boss. If the boss gets Increm, it's basically a guaranteed game over. Everyone else focus, and Drachma, punch the Death Hound. So she can just cast an instant death move like this. Luckily, Attorney doesn't have the highest hit rating, so if we get lucky it will miss us.
Moves! Give me strength!
So we can protect against Attorney if we use Delta Shield with Ica. However, then we won't be able to use any of our own magic like Increm. So we can't start the fight with Delta Shield, sadly. We need to get our buffs up. Right, sadly Drachma missed, but at least Vi's got him. And he poisoned the dog, excellent. So the key to beating this fight when you're underleveled is purely getting good luck with the first few rounds. Because if we can get all of our buffs up and kill the dog, then we can actually beat the boss. I continue to attack the dog. You start buffing. On to Vise. Fina, you continue focusing, and Drachma, punch that dog in the face. Ica's gonna have to heal herself up. Well, luckily they're just using weak moves at the moment. You know, if you ignore Attorney, obviously.
Moves! Give me strength!
So we can't use healing magic at the same time as we use Delta Shield. So that's going to be a problem. Right, the dog's getting close to death. We just need to kill it. Okay, excellent. It's going to waste for next turn. Now, obviously it faded, so never mind. So we have two choices at the moment. We can either... We have 12 spirit. You know, it's probably worth using Fina's big move here. Which means we don't get to kill the dog this turn. So we're just going to have to hope that he doesn't Incram. Right, you throw a Sacros Crystal on yourself. And Fina, you use Lunar Blessing. And Drachma punch that dog in the face. So this will give us regeneration, which will heal us every single round. It's a deceptively amazing ability. Alright, who's Temper Stance on? Vise. I think he can take it. Yeah, Vise can take it. So if Temper Stance goes on Fina, she's dead. There's nothing we can do about it.
Let's try this!
Even if Fina has Increm and we guard with her, Temper Stance will still one-shot her. Come on, kill the dog. Nice one, Drachma. Okay, now we just need to get Vise up, and if we do that, then we can start using Delta Shield. So Vise... You heal yourself. How is everyone's health, actually? Like, everyone else is max HP. It's just Vise that's low. To be honest, it could be worth just guarding with Vise and hoping that he doesn't get killed. So let's use Counter-Strike. And now you use Delta Shield. you focus, and you hit the boss in the face.
Bring it on.
Because we want to heal Vise, but at the same time, if she uses Attorney, then we die. So it's better that we just hope that our regeneration can get Vise's health up. There we go. I knew that was going to happen. So Delta Shield saves us from dying there. And now we get the hype music. You know, this is looking good. Even though I don't want to jinx it. Who am I kidding? We're going to enjoy this. So, thanks to our regeneration, we can keep ourselves healed despite using Delta Shield. Right, so I think with Vise, we still want to counter-strike. Ica, continue with Delta Shield. Fina, you continue to focus. Drachma, continue to punch that boss in the face.
Bring it on.
So when the dog is dead, she tends to start spamming Attorney a lot more often. So that's why I'm starting to Delta Shield all the time now for safety. Because I do not trust her. I've had a lot of attempts on this boss where I failed at this point. Because she just starts spamming Attorney on us. Right, Vise, I think your health's looking pretty good now. So I think it's time for you to start attacking the boss. Right, Ica, continue to Delta Shield. Fina, continue to focus. Drachma, punch that boss in the face. Did I remember to actually make Drachma get a yellow weapon? I hope I did. Oh no, I forgot to change his element. Right, so Tempest Dance can almost one-shot Ica. Yeah, we need to swap our weapon colour to yellow. I forgot to do that. Punch the boss in the face, Drachma. Make her dread putting out that black spot for us. Yeah, we're wasting quite a bit of damage at the moment because we could be doing bonus damage. Right, we're just going to have to deal with Ica being low health and hope that she doesn't get burned down. Right, so let's go to yellow weapons. Attack, Delta Shield, focus, and you go to yellow as well and punch the boss in the face. Yeah, she does start spamming Attorney when she gets low health. So this is definitely a good tactic to just start spamming Delta Shield. So it's worth mentioning that you're really supposed to come to this boss fight a lot later. Well, not even a lot later, just after the next section of the game. At that point, this boss is actually rather easy. Doing it this early is absolutely stupid. But hey, that's what we're here for. Continue to focus, Drachma, punch the boss in the face. Wait, is that on Ica? Ah, that's a shame. Right, hopefully we survive the next round, or she survives rather, and then we can get Ica up. Even though if we do just lose one person, then that's good enough for me. As long as if we get the experience on most of the people, then that's good. Yeah, it looks like she's dead. Well, sadly Ica won't get any experience for this fight.
Let us be thankful for our safety.
So I think that took me about 30 to 40 tries to actually get that victory. I had one victory prior to it, but it wasn't as good. Oh, 3 levels, 4 level ups, 5 level ups, 6 level ups, 7 level ups. Okay, Fina just leveled up 7 times. She has 450 more health now. She's basically doubled her HP pool. We get Electri and Crystally.
How can this be?
How could I lose to a lowly air pirate? I'm sorry, but I'm a tad too young to die just yet. Come back in maybe 50 to 60 years, I might be ready to keel over by then. But in the meantime, we're going to continue sailing. I think it's time for you to get back on your own ship. That's the difference between a black pirate and a blue rogue right there. The black pirates would have no qualms of killing her for daring to try and kill them. That scar, the one on your cheek and your goggles. Huh? What are you mumbling about now? It can't be. No, I'd recognize you anywhere. It is you. As I have told you, I am known across the skies as the Angel of Death. I swear upon that cursed name that I will hunt you down and finish you off. I will find you again, and your deaths I shall bring. Until then, I will let you live. However, the next time we meet, it will be the end of you. Okay, see you next time, Piastol. So later in the game, probably in about 10 parts or so, we will end up fighting her again, and it'll be a lot easier by then. So Ica sadly didn't survive that fight, so she's now the lowest level party member. But that's okay. At least Fina survived. That was the main objective of that fight, so now Fina's got a lot more health. So it's worth mentioning, if we went to do that fight now, then Fina will be able to survive a Tempest Dance. Or at least with guarding she will be able to. So that fight becomes so much easier if you just level up first. But, you know, where's the fun in that? 9 fish, excellent. So before we continue into our adventures into the Nazir airspace, we're going to return to Sailor's Island and tell everyone that we just beat the Angel of Death. Hey guys. Heard rumours of a fearless air pirate who managed to break out of Ayu's Grand Fortress. Wonder how he got out alive. They always said the only way out of that place was in a coffin. Well, we got out by the skin of our teeth. Hey Sailors Guild guy. Let's see, do you have anything to tell us about? No, he's just telling us about discoveries. He basically told us then that even if a discovery becomes known, so if we don't do it early enough in the game and other people find it first, he will still give us money for doing it, it's just he won't give us much. So sadly she wasn't on the wanted posters, so we don't get any money for beating her. However, what we will do while we're here is we'll check the wanted list. Let's see, are we on there yet? We're now on there. We are Visor determined, and we are now at the bottom of the most wanted list. So Drachma is still a lot higher than us, sadly. And Dine, our father, is also up there. He's above the Angel of Death. This is basically just the ranking of all the cool pirates in the game, and of course Gilda's the top. We might get a chance to see Gilda later, because we're going to meet all of these characters throughout the game. Some of them we've already met, of course. So then, we're going to just splice in a few things that I did on the side, and then we'll continue into the Nazir airspace to get the first moon crystal. See you next time. So, before leaving today, I just want to show us getting 2 moonberries from a single random battle. We got this while we were getting back to where we left off the last time. And finally, here's where the cham is in Shrine Island. So it's right next to where the boss fight is. We're also going to go down and examine the boss. We aren't allowed to do this at the time because we get instantly teleported out, but if we do go back down... What's this thing made of? I've never seen this material before. It looks almost like gold. It just doesn't feel like gold though. So that's a bit of a bonus text for you there. So, see you in the next part for when we go to the Redlands of Nazir.